morning. Welcome again to Summit. And I think I should be saying, how was your weekend? I hope you had a restful weekend. My name is Jumoke Michaels. You're welcome. Banji, good morning.
Yeah, Jumoke, good morning. Are you aware there's just a few days to Ileya? That's popular. Yes. And Muslims are there, out there buying rams, cows, and all that, getting ready for the festivities. Well, I just pray that they will have every reason to celebrate with joy. That's my prayer for all Muslims across the globe. You're welcome to today's edition of Summit. My name is Banji Busari.
And today also is our first edition in this new month, so we also say Happy New Month to our viewers out there. All right, so today on the program, like we do every week, we're going to be discussing a national issue. And this morning we title our discussion 2023 Challenges Ahead of the All Progressives Congress. That's the ruling party, APC. I'll be looking at these issues this morning with the representative of Lagos Mainland Federal Constituency, Honorable Jide Jimoh. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
That's in the Federal House of
Representatives. Sorry. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming.
Honorable Olajide Abdurrahim Jimoh is the Member House of Reps representing Lagos Mainland Federal Constituency, and he's been there since 2015. This is his second time running. Let's leave it at that. And today, just as Jumoke said, we'll be looking at issues surrounding his party, All Progressives Congress, particularly ahead of 2023 general elections. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
So,
I think we should start from his antecedents in the mainland constituency which he represents.
If you ask
how
me,
are things going there?
Okay. Whichever way. But for me, I think because we're looking at those issues, challenges ahead of 2023, we should start from the very, very, very top. Now, that's...
We want to fire him immediately.
Let's start by saying I wish to congratulate you and particularly APC for staging, for arranging and convening very successful primaries. There were a lot of speculations that it might lead to implosion and all that. But let me say, you managed it successfully, and there has not been major issues thereafter. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
With the emergence of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that's from the southwest, it appears these governors yielded to the rotational or the power shift agitation by ceding the power to the southwest. Beyond that, the next assignment before the presidential candidate was to present his running mate. But to start with, how would you rate, how would you examine or assess his level of management of that victory?
Well, first and foremost, I want to give thanks to Almighty God, the ruler of heaven and the earth, who has created me, all of us together, who has given me the opportunity to serve my people in Lagos Mainland, Lagos State and Nigeria as a whole. Be that with me, I think I want to address the issue you have just raised concerning how best we have managed our convention. I want to say that it wasn't our own making. It was made by Almighty God, who has been with us. And politics and public service require certain things that people don't know. It requires perseverance. It requires competence. It requires communication. It requires participation. All these together combined, God, with support of God, we are being able and we are able to manage the convention successfully to the extent that our own person, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, came and won that
contest.
And that's just a starting point. It's a starting point. Without primary, there cannot be secondary. And we have won the primary, we have the secondary. The secondary is what we are now. Now come back to the issue of choice of our our running mate. It is not possible under the Constitution for one person to run as president without a running mate. And the window opportunity we have made use of it by putting somebody there to represent us. And that person, as time goes on, between now and July 14, is going to be substituted. Whether we are going to pick a woman, whether we are going to pick a Christian, whether we are going to pick a Muslim, leave that for us. Because constitutionally, our candidate has the right to make that choice in collaboration with the party. And I know at an appropriate time, we will get a better person that will replace the one we have put in place now for now.
Yeah, we are talking about, maybe we should zero in on this issue of the candidate also, because I know that the major challenge now facing the APC is the issue of this vice presidential candidate.
That's running mates.
Yes, so you are talking about we should not worry about it.
At all.
But then we are worrying. Many people are worrying. So many people are kicking against so much information we are getting, which we are hearing that they're probably the Muslim ticket. Considering the fact that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is considered to be Muslim minority, all these things that keep coming. I don't know. When you turn left, you find one. You turn right, there's another stumbling block. What do we mean by all this minority or no minority? Why do we consider all these things in politics? A Muslim is a Muslim.
Everybody has his own agenda. Somebody that came up to say Muslim minority might have his own agenda. You might not know. I might have my own agenda. You might not know. In the political party, apart from the chairman of the party, you have so many other number of positions. Apart from that, when we now come to party politics and public service, we have president, we have vice president. The president will come from somewhere in line with the constitutional responsibility of this country. The vice president will come from another zone. The senate president will come from another zone. The speaker will come from another zone. The deputy speaker will come from another zone. Why the deputy senate president will come from another zone, making it to be 6. And we have 6 geopolitical zones. Yeah. Definitely, when you have all these things being distributed, there's no single zone that will not have 1 or 2 positions. At the end of the day, the chairman of party is right now is from North Central. So the presidential candidate of our party is from Southwest. If you want to take anybody now as our running mate, it has to come from another zone. And we are working towards northern part of the country. It could be North Central, it could be Northwest, it could be Northeast, either of the 3. I think you are getting me now. By the time we do all those things, what we now remain, when after we have won this election by the special grace of God, we now make a choice of Senate President, which is going to come from another zone, Speaker, another zone, Deputy Speaker, and Deputy Senate President from another zone.
But even if we are considering the North, are there no Christian Northerners?
That's what I'm saying. In the Constitution of Nigeria, you don't have anything of such. That if you want to pick somebody, it has to be Muslim, it has to be Christian. No. You have to make a choice. The choice that you think is going to be the best for your party and the best for this country. So it is only people that are interested in a particular thing, one or another, that are now making mole out of mountain. No, it has to be a Christian. No, it has to be Muslim. When we tried that during Abiola, we won that election.
That's 30 years ago.
Yes, it doesn't mean anything. Things has not changed. No, I'm coming. I'm coming to that. What I'm saying is that I am a Muslim. And if I have been chosen as a candidate of a party, I have the right to make a choice constitutionally. Tinubu has the right to make a choice constitutionally in collaboration with the party, APC. I think you are getting me now. And that choice has not been made finally. But we have somebody there now, which is going to be substituted. Let's tarry a while and see whether there's information, whether there's rumor or not. any information that has not come out from Tinubu will be regarded as fake. It will be regarded as fake and nothing but fake.
Now,
because that's the candidate. And he has the right to make that choice.
Okay. Recently, at the birthday of the Speaker of Reps,
Yeah.
that's Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila,
Yes.
the APC presidential candidate did say he was
Still
still consulting, still searching,
Yes.
still searching for his vice.
Yes.
Now he was praying that the kind of synergy between the speaker and the deputy speaker was something he was also looking forward to with his choice of a vice presidential candidate. Now, I want to find out first and foremost, since the agitations is more on the fact that he must not pick Muslim.
Who says so? Who says
the
so
agitation from the Christian.
Nobody has ever said he must not. There's no compulsion in
They're
that.
saying we have seen, sir,
that's what they are saying.
that's what they are
must not.
saying.
That's advice. That is an advice and
Advice.
appeal, not must.
Okay, now the point I'm asking is, what does APC stand to lose by picking a Christian from the north?
Okay, thank you very much. I've just told you now. You alluded to the fact that the candidate of our party, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, did say that he enjoyed the relationship, cordial relationship between the speaker and the deputy speaker. The speaker and the deputy, they are both Muslims. They are both Muslims. When they can enjoy that kind of cordial relationship, do you think any other person cannot do same? Do you think any other person cannot do same? And the Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu said he's still consulting. Let him finish consultation. Why are you in a hurry? You are not the candidate. I am not the candidate. You are not the candidate. He is the candidate. And constitutionally, he has the right to make a choice. Tarry a while. Let's wait and see. No problem. All what you want is the best for this country. And we promise you we'll give you the best.
Let's look at this line of our national anthem that says, though tribes and tongues may differ, in brotherhood we stand.
Yes.
So that line,
In brotherhood,
is the APC just concerned about winning an election or feeling the pulse of the nation, the yearnings of the people, the ideology of the people?
Thank you very much. In brotherhood.
So because we are very diverse.
I'm coming. In brotherhood,
Yes.
he's a brother. You're a sister. So what stopped Asiwaju Bola Ahmed from picking a woman?
Yeah.
Whether Christian or Muslim?
Nothing.
So why are you worrying about his choice? Don't bother about his choice. Give him that constitutional right to do it. But he promised you the best. And our party will come with the best at the end of the day. You see what is going to happen very soon. Between now and 15th of July.
15th of July.
Yes, you see.
I know that.
We are in July now.
We are already in July.
Okay.
Today's 4th.
You have,
The Jumoke, there are two levels. The first is the choice, the consensus, so to speak, within, or let me say, amongst the party stalwarts. Northwest is jostling for power. Northeast is jostling for power, just as Northwest. Now, not Central. We have the names like Ibrahim Shetima, we have El Rufai, we have Simon Lalong. We have,
You just want me to let the cat out of bag.
we
The
have,
cat can never be let out of bag for
we
now.
have Ganduje and others. Now, among these are big names. These are people that are capable of winning the elections. But there's an argument that since North is preponderantly a Muslim region, that it will be a big risk. That's the speculation out there. That it will be a big risk on the part of your party to shun the Muslim majority and pick from the Christian minority. Did you hear that too?
I don't know why we continue to be specific about religion. I don't know why.
That's what's consuming our nation. That's one of the biggest challenges we
It's not. Let me
we are so divided among religions.
Let me tell you one thing. No, just of recent, yes. When we were considering the amendment of our constitution, no single Christian came up, or neither Muslim, no single Muslim came up to say, no, if you want to do this thing, you must consider Christianity. If you want to do this thing, you must consider Muslim. No, it was considered Islam. Nobody has ever come to them. What we witnessed as at that time was that people came en masse and they were clamoring for women. Clamoring for women. What stopped you from clamoring for women now? What stopped Nigeria from clamoring? In the record of this country, in the history of this country, we want a Muslim vice presidential candidate now, rather than a Christian or Muslim. Why? And let me now tell you, from the population of Nigeria as is today, we have majority of women than men. Anybody that want to win an election, if you pick a woman as your running mate, you are likely to win the election. What stop you from clamoring for woman instead of a Christian or Muslim? Why? Why that?
A woman who could either be Muslim or Christian.
Forget about the religion. Forget about the religion. Womanhood now is of necessity. It's of necessity.
Have you mentioned this?
And they have the majority right now. Why are you concerned? Okay, sister, let me now tell you. If you Google it now, Muslim Christian in Nigeria, we are going to be maybe 55, 45.
Yes.
And if you Google women and men in Nigeria today, it's going to be 65, 35. As it is today.
Are we that many?
I'm telling you sincerely. Google it and see what is happening. So instead of clamoring for Islam or Christianity, why can't we talk about the women? Are they not another fold entirely that are in majority?
Would that be a woman? Would the leadership of a woman, would it be acceptable to the North from your own relationship?
Well, okay, is Aminat Mohammed not a woman? The woman in the Deputy General Secretary United Nations is not a woman.
She didn't get the governorship.
No, it did not even contest for anything. She's serving now as United Nations Deputy Secretary General. Aminat Mohammed. It's a woman of substance for that matter. What stopped you from clamoring for that woman?
Are you giving us a...
No, I'm not. No, you see, any political party we want to win an election. I can tell you that's another area where we have to look into if we want to win an election.
So probably that's what also aided Joe Biden.
I know.
Win that.
At the end of it, Joe Biden won that election. Exactly. Let us write that one this first instance and see what is going to happen.
Right.
Forget about religion. If you want to board airplane now, aircraft, will you be asking for who's the pilot? Will you be asking who's the pilot that want to take us? Is he a Christian or Muslim? You will never be asking that. When I was about coming here, did I ask who's going to anchor this program? Is he a Muslim or Christian? Why? I don't know why we continue to be
myopic. Same question with you. How did we get to this point? Because a guest,
we hosted a hidden agenda by some people that are interested in the parochial interest.
We hosted a guest here on June 12th. And we asked that question. That 1993, there was a Muslim ticket that won, and overwhelmingly in this country. Now, why is it not possible again? Is it not the same country? And his line of argument is that the country is more divided. In fact, so much divided now that you can never contemplate a Muslim ticket again. That the necessity then was just to push the military out of power. This time around, we don't have such challenge. Now, so he's saying that the best and the wise thing to do for any particular party was to pick Christian, Muslim, or Muslim Christian. Otherwise, a woman was even said to have said the women will waste their votes if they pick. If APC goes ahead to pick Muslim ticket.
Let me now tell you now. Now, PDP, Atiku Abubakar has chosen somebody as a Christian to pair with him. Yes. Is that not correct?
Yes.
That's correct.
Another party has done same. Tell me, would that make you decide on what to do? Because he has chosen Christian. And if other party, maybe 70 political parties choose Christian as running mate, and one political party choose Muslim as running mate, well, are you not telling me that the election will not be divided, the vote will not be divided into 70 places, and the person that has chosen Muslim will just clear his own goal and win that election? Just let them tarry a while. We have the window opportunity. At an appropriate time, we applied it. This is a matter of wisdom.
The same PDP
It's a matter of wisdom.
the same PDP that you just referred to, sir, is grappling with internal serious.
And that's their own problem. I don't need to defend them.
Now,
Let them continue grappling with their internal problem.
Because he picked
Are
a
you
Christian and they
because
have
he
issues.
picked
Yes.
yet even though he picked a
That's what I'm saying.
he's still grappling with his own challenges.
Yes.
That are different from a.
They are not supporting
now,
my argument.
the point now is the choice of your
Choosing a
candidate.
person
The
does not
choice
mean
of
you
your
are
vice
going to win.
president. Have you anticipated a situation where that candidate may not be acceptable within the party? The same way is happening within the
Nobody is God among us. No one is God among us. Let's see what will happen. Since we have tried it and we have won before, and we can do the same, we can still win. They tried it in Kaduna and we won. We won. Everybody tried that in Kaduna and he won. He even decided to choose a woman, Muslim, and he won. All the women, they just followed the woman and they voted for her. So what if we decide to do that now? Do you think women will not go with us?
All right, let's look actually.
Okay, but before we actually proceed to the placeholder, that's Kabiru Masari.
Yes.
Do you envisage a situation where he would choose to stay put?
That's speculative. It's speculative. Everybody is a human being. You might decide to stay put, you might decide not to. It's speculative. I know with the kind of person he is, he cannot do that. He dare not do that. He will not do that.
He will not do that.
No, I have to use this the two. He dare not do that and he will not do that.
Okay.
You know, okay.
Senator Lawan is having the same challenge. Fabio is having the same challenge.
It all depends on what was the agreement. It all depends on what is the agreement. So let's wait and see what will happen. But I know one thing for sure. Between now and
14th of July.
In
the next 10 days.
Everything will be okay. That 14th of July is a special day. That 14th of July is a special day, especially for me.
You already have an answer to the question.
Don't wonder yourself. It's a special day.
All right, so let's move to the issue.
We wish you the very best.
So let's move to the issue of the certificates. That's another very burning issue in APC.
That's a good one.
Because your candidate, Bola Ahmed Tinubu,
Yes.
he left the spaces for his primary and secondary education vacant while he submitted the form to the INEC, and then also his placeholder Masari declared his certificates missing, and he submitted an affidavit to that regard.
Yeah.
Now people are saying that it's not important that these records should be made to look so important. There is a past electoral victories we should consider.
Okay.
What's your take on that?
Well, in the first instance, we are being guided by law and rules and constitution. Affidavit is allowed and is acceptable everywhere in the whole world, provided you can justify it and the claim on the oath is justifiable. That's number one. That's number one. That's number that you can't controvert that. Whatever you cannot controvert, just leave it like that. That's number one. Number two, in the Constitution and the Electoral Act, before you can be qualified to contest an election, you must have all those prerequisites. Are you telling me that Tinubu has nothing of sort? The man fills a document, he puts the certificate there, and he puts the affidavit in support of the certificate. What else are we talking about? This is a man that has contested before today. He contested as senator, he contested as governor. That's about 3 times. The INEC have his certificate of return for 3 periods of time. Senate, governor, governor. Now he's contesting. I have submitted same, which has not changed. The one thing is that the basic qualification when it comes to education is school certificate.
You know that sometimes when you are seeking for a job
and
you have lost this same certificate,
yes.
You can go back to your school.
Yes.
So why don't you think that these people should be able to do this just to show
As long as
civilized conduct and integrity?
Has he violated any law? No. He has not violated any law. If he has violated any law, you can take him up. He has not violated any law. The man said, I have this, I have that. If you now want to controvert it, challenge him, put up petition, and this has been contested before. It has been contested before. He was taken to court in 1989. He won at the end of the day up to Supreme Court. What else are we talking about? This is a man that's a chartered accountant that has worked in Mobil for years. This is a man that has served this country as senator. This is a man that has served this country as governor. What are we now talking about? Is he qualified? Yes or no? Yes. The man is qualified. If you now think he's not, challenge him. That's all.
Would you employ staff that comes to the organization with an
This is quite different from employment. This is an election.
But what about...
This is an election. He's not seeking for an appointment from anybody. He's seeking for an election from the electorate.
But what if the electorate...
If the electorate now decide...
want you to bring
you can't be speaking for the electorate. You as a person can speak as a person. But you can't be... When you say electorate, you are talking of general body. Larger number of people that will come out to vote. This is a man that has been tested and trusted. Won election 3 times without any problem. So he's now contesting again. Allow the electorate to decide.
Okay, I mean that's well said. Well, I think we should just proceed to the other issues of the day. Well, a couple of weeks ago, the president hosted some aggrieved senators within your party, and they were aggrieved because most of them actually felt sidelined. They did not win the primary tickets in their various constituencies, and they attribute that to the overbearing influence of the governors. And out of frustration, they are threatening to quit the party. A time that's considered to be very, very critical to your party. But the president waded in, and the kind of their sheet, their sword. Now, to you, what could have actually, I mean, elections are won on merit. The primaries are also won on merit. Now, why would anybody come up with that threat? Do you think, what do you make of it?
Not all primaries are won on merit. There are what we call intrigues in politics. And there's what we call tactics in politics. So if you are not being favored today, take it in good faith. Ask yourself.
Yeah, are you saying there were manipulations?
I'm coming. You see, it does not, in the whole world, nothing can be 100% correct. Nothing can be 100% correct, even at home.
When people score 100% in their exams.
No, it's not possible for you to be 100% correct. It's not possible. When you are not God. It's only God that is perfect. Let me tell you one thing. It all depends on various states. And those senators, when you listen to some of them, I heard about 2 or 3 of them mentioned that the list of delegates were being changed. When list of delegates are being changed, that means you are being shortchanged. When you get to that election, that delegate will not vote for you. You will go for another person that has favored you.
Sorry.
And the delegate,
when you say shortchanged, are you trying to say that the party submits someone else's name to?
That is what some of them are saying.
Okay.
That Mr. Banji Busari has been elected as delegate.
For somebody else's name.
Now they went round and changed his own name to another name, Obinkwale Magaji also.
But INEC were there, officials were there at the
that is why I said that there's no perfect
system that is perfect.
System. There's no perfect system. INEC were there. There are so many number of things that have happened. But one thing you should ask yourself, is this. When you are being favored before now, what was your thought? If you are not being favored now, take it in good faith and accept it, as that is God willing.
But is that attitude going to continue to help our democracy?
It will continue to help until our system will be changed for better. That's all. It will continue like that until the system is changed for better.
But why are the aggrieved senators threatening to
They have to, because
go to another party?
Where they have to go, because another party was, another party were trying to call them, just to give them the ticket. But we have to think about it. Have an elastic thought on what you are to do before you do it. If you go to another party, how or how do you think you can win? That's another thing. You will have wasted your money.
But some have already done that.
It happens virtually everywhere. It happens virtually everywhere.
Do you think it will have
Even in PDP, it happened.
but do you have any fears that this gale of defections would have any impact?
Of course,
on your
yeah. That's why the president waited. He spoke with them, discussed, and they resolved amicably without any problem. And all of them are now on board now to work for our party, just for the success of this party. If you have any inch, definitely it's going to affect your party. So we must not allow any inch to affect us. That's why we have to address the issue, and it has been addressed. And virtually everywhere, from the local government to state to federal, that's what we are doing now. Reconciliation process. We are still on it up to now.
But with this that you have observed at the primaries level, that's between the parties and INEC, do you envisage a free, fair, and credible election in?
I wouldn't want to be here to speak for INEC. If
no,
INEC,
based on the happenings that you have observed in the this primaries election with the substitution of names and all that.
Election is very difficult to conduct. And that's why during the electioneering campaign, people will say, I want to do this, I want to do that. At the end of the day, when the election comes, they might not be able to win, and they might be able to win. It all depends on whatever it is on the ground. The one thing is that to conduct an election is difficult. Even when you are in school and you want to contest an election, starting from that place, you can see some kind of recovery. Remember NBA, about 3 years ago, Nigeria Bar Association, there was this problem on election to the extent that that NBA was about to be collapsed, if not for the elders that came on board and addressed the issue. It is difficult to contest an election. To conduct an election, you need a very solid base, you need faith, you need competence, and you need what we call sacrifice. If you want to conduct an election, you go to any of the estates, just small CDA or resident association. They always fight because it's a matter of interest. It's a matter of interest.
Now, are you saying that even before elections, there may not be, you have done enough to forestall any possible defections and all that within your party?
Some people will still go. You can't stop them from doing that, but you have to minimize it.
Particularly maybe after the choice of the vice presidential candidate.
I cannot say for that. What I'm saying that some people might even decide to leave the party. You can't force them. It's a matter of interest. I am willing to stay. I'm willing to remain. I cannot stay with the party again. Let me go. Do you think everybody is happy? Everybody is not happy. Even in Lagos, do you think everybody is happy? It's not everybody that is happy. And everybody cannot be happy.
The Lagos I refer to, about maybe half of the house is not returning.
That's what I'm saying. I've never mentioned any name. But not everybody that is happy.
Even over 100 are not returning.
House of Reps member. Do you think all of them are happy? Apart from me that I did not contest at all. It is only me that is very happy. Because I did not contest.
Why did you I
just decided all my life it has been election. No, all my life it has been election. Am I the only person there? I have the right to give room for others to come on board. That's what I've decided. And when I was contesting the first time in 2015, I said immediately after my second time I will not contest for the same position. And that has been my style. Second time, I'm done. Because I want to satisfy myself that I've done what I should to the people.
You are fulfilled.
Service is to humanity.
Are you
and I thank
fulfilling the
God.
service
By
to
special
the
grace of God, I will do whatever I can do to service my people. That's what I've made up my mind for.
Okay. You're out of your position. It was not foisted.
No.
Or maybe you had read the signs and say that-
No, I said 2015. I want God to have read what will happen to me 2020 or 2022.
No, I mean just towards the primaries, you were reading.
No. I said 2015. I said this to my people. Go quote me. I said after my second term, by God's grace, and in the National Assembly, I wouldn't want to come back to contest. I want to. A lot of people took me up on this.
I was going to ask you.
Let me not tell you. Let me not tell you now.
Did you not protest?
Let me not tell you now. Ask Mr. Speaker Femi Gbajabiamila. The same thing, Governor Sanwo-Olu. They called me and they told me you have to go back, DJ. I said I'm not interested again. I said this to them. I'm saying it on the air now. Let them controvert me. I go to Asiwaju, I said the same thing. He said, why? I said, well, you are contesting an election, presidential one. If you are in support and you win, we know we will get to somewhere.
You are considered to be one of the foot soldiers for Asiwaju.
Yeah, I am still young.
Why are you stepping aside this time around?
Stepping aside
is that
for
not,
myself.
is not the time you'll be better?
Stepping aside for myself to contest, but he is contesting. What stopped me from stepping in and support him and move on with him to know that to the extent that he win that election? If he wins as president, do you think it's not going to be much more advantageous than me being a member of the National Assembly and he will not win? So you have to pray for him and let him win.
All right. So what will the effects of having new people filling up the house from 2023? Seeing that so many of them are not returning, who have already mastered the art, the practice, the way things are done.
The legislative practice.
In the house. Because I think Femi Gbajabiamila was really sad when the result of that primaries came and he discovered that so many are not returning.
Yeah, there is a learning process. That's what we call learning process. Those that are there and those that are coming, they will integrate and learn from them so that they can move the country forward. That was what we did too. When we got there, there are so many number of people that did not return. So we were there and we were able to make things happen positively without any problem. So there's no problem on that. Everybody is a human being and we are ready to learn and we are ready to put in whatever thing we have. Don't forget that as a person that has an experience in so many fields, you can come back here as a journalist. If you contest an election and you get to National Assembly, if you put your cognitive experience in place so that people will follow whatever thing that is good to the family. And like her at home, like her is home, and just my home too. So we have different persons from different fields.
The person that's actually the awardee primaries, do you have absolute trust in him to be able to take it from where you seem to have?
He also has an experience. He's a current member of House of Assembly, so he has an experience. He served in the House of Assembly for 4 terms, so he's now coming up to elevate himself to House of Reps. So he has that cognitive experience to put things in place. So it's only his own to go for advanced legislation because the National Assembly is advanced. Now I know I also left here, and luckily now he took over from me here.
Really?
When I was, he's not taking over from me again. Yes, Larry Oshu. He's not taking over from me again from here. So it's one of those. We belong to the same family. So we can always come to assist each other at any time. No problem. So if I'm not contesting, I'm not leaving the system. I'm still within the system, and I'm here to assist anybody that comes to me for any assistance.
Let's look at the 2 political stalwarts that are northerners now. That's Rabiu Kwankwaso of NNPP, and then we have a former vice president.
Has he paid for this party name you are mentioning? If he has not paid, why do you want to mention this party?
Mentioning APC.
I know.
APC has not paid. Now, and then we have the former vice president.
Yes.
That's Atiku
Abubakar.
These are northerners.
Yes.
And if you follow the antecedents, the past the elections in this country, the North has hardly rejected their own. Now, between these two, do you not think that most of the votes from the north will be carted away by them, and the crumbs will be left for APC. Who's fielding a candidate from outside his own.
Let me tell you this, that we have 18 political parties. Arabic
I'm talking about the big ones.
Arabic Kwakwaso is coming from one party. Atiku Abubakar is coming from one party. The two of them are from north. What stopped you from saying that? Are they not going to, is it not possible for them to divide their vote from the northern part of the country, take our own, add it to our own here, and win an election?
You're talking about a coalition from...
No, I'm just saying that. What I'm saying that he mentioned two political gladiators from the northern part of the country, Kwakwaso and Abubakar Atiku. Fine. The two of them can split their own vote over there. We will take our own because we are going to choose our own running mate from there. And our running mate will be a powerful person that can come with some other votes. We now put that vote and add it to our own certain part vote here, and we win that election.
That's the strategy.
I'm just telling you that. Because you asked me the question now, that are we not afraid of them because they are coming from the northern part of the country, considering the fact they have larger number of votes? Fine, I give that to them. But they now have more people contesting from the northern part of the country that can split their own vote. We will take our own from there and our own bulk vote from here and add it together, and we win that election by God's grace.
All right.
These are mathematics.
No, it's simple. It is a matter of statistics.
Algebra raised to power 10. All right. So when you talk about sharing of votes, and
it's even splitting, not sharing.
Okay,
they will split their own vote over there. They will split it.
Okay.
The two of them are juggernauts. I mean, let them fight it there, and I will take our own from there and hand to our own here. Is there another person that is juggernaut than our own man here? Tell me now.
Yeah, I know that there's so much confidence on the person of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed.
Because the man is everywhere.
Yes. And
everywhere you go,
Bola tribalized person.
Correct. That is another
they describe him as that. But if they know that he's actually detribalized, why all this politics still around? You are bringing me back to this issue of running mate.
Yes.
Why this politics?
I like that.
Why around his person?
I like that word, politics.
Yes.
Politics. That as you have mentioned it, I want to put it in quotes now. You should expect that to happen. During Abiola, politics also came on board. During Awolowo, politics came on board. So during Obasanjo, politics also came on board. Anybody that they feel is popular, people will always feel threatened. They always feel threatened. So Asiwaju is a person that some people don't know. God has made him. God has made him. Go and check his record. At any time that he's being challenged, that's the time God always bring him up. I will win that race. He will win that race. Go and check his record. Anytime Asiwaju is being challenged, that's the time God always take him up. So, calm down. Calm down. Our local.
Okay. You have to pay for that. You have to pay for that. No. You not say that. Pay for our. All right. We wish the party the very best.
By God's grace.
The next election we are moving into
February
2023. A lot of people are saying that President Muhammadu Buhari has failed on the campaign points he presented to us in 2023.
What was the campaign points?
That's 2015 and 2029. Insecurity. That he was going to tackle insecurity. He was going to fix our economy. He was going to battle corruption. This three-pronged strategies that he said or promises he presented to us. Nigerians are saying he has failed on all the 3 counts. Now, do you think people will have faith in putting their trust in your party again?
Well, in 2014, when we started the campaign, people thought it's not going to be possible. At the end of the day, he won. Between 2015 and 2019, people are saying, no, we don't want him again, we don't want him again. This is a man that always carry 12 million votes anywhere he goes. When he was in APP, he had 12 million votes. When he was CPC, he had 12 million votes. He came with 12 million votes to APC, and he eventually won with 15 million votes. The second time, he won with over 50 million votes again. That means in addition of that 12 million votes. Let me tell you, if he's not popular, he wouldn't have been carried along that 12 million vote all the while. That's number one. Number two, we are not talking of failure. I don't know the yardstick.
You don't think it's because of cultural allegiance?
I'm coming. I don't know the yardstick, the indices you have applied.
They have applied. Nigerians.
No, whoever. I don't know the yardstick and indices they have applied. But why is it that people don't talk about good things? They always talk about bad things. Look at the railway. Look at the road. Look at the infrastructure. The issue of security belongs to God. He's not happy. He himself is not happy with the situation of things in Nigeria when it comes to security. But
is he helpless?
No, let me tell you one thing. You have to fight security with all what it takes, in which he has been doing. He has been giving them enough support logistically. The personnel has been increased. He has changed number of service chiefs. Even when people are clamoring that it should change, people, I told some people, I said, he knows what he's talking about. Let it do. When he changed, that was when this thing now became worse than before. Yes. That's when this thing now became worse than before. That shows to you that no man is perfect when it comes to security. It's only God that can secure us. That's number one. Number two, economy. It's not easy to put in an economy in a right perspective. You have to try, and whatever thing you can do to make it possible is what you should do. And in doing that, infrastructure must be a part of whatever you want to do. And that is another thing that I want us to address. Corruption. Has it ever been taken up as a person that, Buhari is corrupt? No. Nobody has ever said that. Because I'm coming. Hey, wait, you ask me a question. Let me answer you. Because he's a man of character. He's a man of integrity. And he's a man that is contented with what God has given him. This is a man that has served for years. Former governor, he has only one single house. Former minister, he has only one single house. Former petroleum trust for chairman, he has only one single house. Now current president, he has only one. I'm not coming. Now, people around him, please point out any people that as you have feel that is indicted and the court has not tried that person.
How many of them are in the House of Reps with you or in the Senate that have court cases? That have allegations
having court cases.
Only recently,
an allegation can never be termed to be conviction.
How many people were brought to book? How many people were?
That's what I'm saying. Is it the fault of Buhari to bring somebody to book when somebody has been indicted, and Buhari decided to remove that person from his cabinet, and the court charged him to court? And is now under the prosecution. Is it Buhari that will go to court and say, okay, jail him? It's not him. That's another. He has to maintain his own lane.
But they say under his watch, even judiciary that should charge and try and convict has also nosedived in terms of integrity.
That's what I'm saying.
You are aware of what happened last CJN is also in the. It was also alleged.
I'm happy you use the word alleged.
In fraud. So all these are happening under the watch of our president.
Let me tell you one thing. You see, in democracy, that's what we call different lanes. executive, legislative, judiciary, and 3 arms of government. You must allow every single person who is the head of that lane to maintain his own lane. Buhari is maintaining his own lane when it comes to executive. The Senate president and the speaker will maintain his own lane when it comes to legislature. And judiciary will maintain their own lanes too. So you don't expect Buhari to leave his own lane and cross to judiciary. Oh yeah, this man has committed fraud. Oh yeah, jail him. You can't do that. If you amount to dictatorship, if you amount to dictatorship,
what is APC going to campaign with?
With what we have just mentioned.
To make people vote for APC again.
With what I have just mentioned.
What did you mention?
I mentioned infrastructure. I mentioned employment. Yes. Are you telling me people don't have employment?
People have lost their jobs more in the last.
It all depends on those that lost their own job. It all depends on them.
Now, the APC presidential candidate, do you not think he has a serious challenges with all these
APC presidential candidate Bola Tinubu is a strategist, and is coming with another strategy
to campaign to sell.
He's a strategist and is coming with another strategy, and he has been tested and trusted. You saw what he did in Lagos as the governor. When somebody met 560 million and he turned it to billions, and still on it up to now, up to 35-40 billion per month. The financial engineer is coming. Don't bother yourself.
Financial
it's a financial engineer.
That's the new one.
Financial engineer is coming. The tutor general of Nigeria politics is coming. That's actually for you. Let's pray for him. Let's pray for him. And I expect all of us to come out en masse so that you get more votes from here.
Yes, INEC is complaining that Lagosians are not coming to register for the APC, and then those who have registered are not coming to collect. So what will be your word of advice to people?
My word of advice to all of them is to make sure that they have their votes and they have their voters card. Ensure you go out and mobilize people so that we have so much number of people that will come out to vote for credible candidates, credible parties. And I feel
let him assure that before the expiration of his tenure, he will come back and he will give us your tenure. That's I
still have 1 year.
Okay. Yes.
He has not done now. My tenure will expire next year. June next year.
He's coming to campaign for us.
June next year is going to be the end of my tenure, our tenure, this tenure. Don't worry, I will still, even if you call me the next 1 month, I will be here. I'm available at any time. We are friends.
We are.
NITV is our friend.
Very well.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for your time and your talk. We sincerely appreciate you.
Yes, thank you.
And your example is something that many should learn from. On your own, you chose not to continue. You have actually fulfilled the mandate that you actually wanted.
I give thanks to God and my people for their support.
And without controversy, you have ceded power to another person. Thank you, sir, for your time.
Thank you.
So that's our package today. My name is Banji Busari.
And I'm Jumoke. Michael, see you on Wednesday. Bye-bye.